As a former purely calisthenics athlete, I can tell you that apart from push-ups, pull-ups have been the most performed exercise I've done in my entire life. I went from being able to only rep 3 pull-ups to being able to do 20 in a row with ease. In this video, I'll walk you through the 3 stages of dramatically increasing the number of pull-ups you can perform. Feel free to skip through the stages to see which one you're at right now. Stage 1 is where you can only do 0 to 3 pull-ups. Stage 2 is where you can do 3 to 12. And stage 3 is where you can do 12 or more pull-ups. Each stage will give you strategies to progress to the next. Okay, so if you're the person that can only manage 3 pull-ups or less, I would advise doing these 2 things. Firstly, since you can't really train pull-ups because you can't do too many, you need to build up your pulling strength. Virtually any exercise which performs a pulling movement will build up the necessary strength to perform pull-ups. So basically you want to do an easier variation of a pulling movement that will help build up your strength. If you have access to a lat pull down machine or an assisted pull-up machine, doing these exercises will be great for improving your pull-up strength. Or if you have resistance bands like these, you can use these to have an easier variation of the pull-up. However, if you simply have no equipment, bodyweight rows using a table or something else will be really effective. For these pulling movements, you want to apply the principle of progressive overload to get stronger over time. A simple way to do this is to add more resistance or add more reps to the exercise. This is pretty straightforward when using machines. You can just change the weight, but if you're using resistance bands, you can change the type of resistance bands to have less resistance, and when you're doing bodyweight rows, you can just add some weight on a backpack or something. Okay, so once you've built up the strength to be able to do 3 or more pull-ups, or you've been doing pull-ups for a while and you've plateaued at the 10 to 12 rep range, there are strategies that can help skyrocket the amount of pull-ups that you can do. The first strategy that I would suggest doing is to set a rep goal and do as many sets as it takes to hit those reps. For example, if you can do 3 pull-ups, set your rep goal to 20 and just do as many sets of pull-ups as it takes to hit 20 pull-ups. If you can do 8 pull-ups, set 30 reps as your goal, and if you can do more than that, you can set 40, 50, or even more. You don't have to use these exact numbers, but just do what you find challenging but still reasonable. And the next strategy is to practice pull-ups, but not in a workout kind of way. And this is arguably the most effective strategy for increasing your pull-ups or just any exercise. To do this, if you can do 6 pull-ups for example, and it's your absolute max, try doing 1 to 2 pull-ups every so often throughout the day. For example, if you have a pull-up bar in your door frame, every time you walk past it, just do a few pull-ups and then wait a couple hours and then just do it again. If you've never heard of this type of training before, it probably sounds kind of weird, but it's actually really effective. Doing this low to moderate intensity builds strength really fast and is even a strategy used by Olympic weightlifters. So do a few pull-ups, not till failure, every few hours every day, and watch your proficiency at the movement skyrocket in a couple weeks. Okay, so once you're at the stage where you can do 12 pull-ups or more, a great strategy is to start adding weight. If you have a pull-up belt which you can add weight to, that's great, but if you don't, you can just fill up a backpack with heavy books or weights and just do the pull-ups with it on. Start off with light weight, maybe around 3 to 5 kilos, and then gradually increase the weight as you get stronger. Now some people may argue that adding weight will build up strength instead of endurance, but I've never seen someone be able to do weighted pull-ups with an extra 50% of their body weight and not add an insane amount of reps to their body weight pull-ups. It's pretty much the same for every exercise. When you just start off with a bench press and you can only rep maybe 40 kilos, once you're able to hit 100 kilos, the 40 kilos will feel like an empty bar and you're going to be able to do so many more reps than you were able to do before. Okay, so once you can do 20 or more pull-ups, it's not just going to be an impressive feat of strength, but you'll also have built a very impressive back and upper body. You'll have much bigger biceps, lats, and an upper back, and your physique will definitely level up. If you want me to make a video on how to specifically build muscle from pull-ups, get this video to 1,000 likes. And if you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, please consider subscribing for more self-improvement content. It's a win-win for both of us. See you in the next video.